Actually, I took her today to the zoo, and it was great.
You saw her family members.
Come on, kids. Right? But no, I took a date to the zoo before. It was pretty cool.
It's not a bad date though.
No. It was pretty cool.
Fun.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
My favorite first date is an amusement park.
I was just thinking
I
about
love
that.
that, like Six Flags, something
Roller
like
coasters.
that.
I did that once before, but it didn't turn out so well because she didn't like anything. I don't like roller coasters. I don't like this.
Well, I'll ask before I take that. Yeah, you like rides, you like girls. You like
Well, she said she
heights.
did. Well, she said she did.
Oh,
I mean, it was like, oh yeah, I love. Oh, I'm down for whatever. I hear that all the time. Then when I do whatever, you don't like it. Where you want to go? It's wherever. So I'll take you to Goodwill. Just to see what you gonna say. What's in here? Old clothes.
I hear you,
Donated
man.
items. It's all baby shekels that don't match.
It smells all mothy. Smell the aroma of old
Go on and
clothes.
get what you need.
So me.
Go to that bin back there. Go to that bin.
No business.
Give me one of those
That
cords.
bag stuff down for that quarter.
Look what I got you.
Yeah.
But we answered the.
Oh, I'm good. I'm sorry. Wow.
So that question is answered, hopefully. If not, go ahead and send us another email so we can readdress it.
Yes.
So, yeah.
We apologize.
You gotta excuse them sometimes.
You know, to be honest with you, right? Me and Hawk, or Hawk and I, cannot sit together. So a lot of times you see she's over there and I'm over here.
And I'm always in the middle, trying to keep them apart.
We cannot sit together.
This is why.
For reasons why.
This is why.
It's not even my fault. I didn't even do anything. It's her fault. I'm telling you.
So let's take a shot at this next question.
What's that?
Okay.
Right. Dating women with no job.
Boom. Wow.
How do you feel? How much do you feel obligated to help her with?
Nothing.
I will help her as much as I can.
No, not as much
With
as I can.
nothing.
I will help, not as much as I can.
If
Within my limits. Like, not as much as I can.
As much as I can.
No, but,
As much as I can.
Like, I'm not trying to do for you like that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay, hold on.
as much as I can, I will help you find a job.
Not any woman.
Exactly.
Not any woman off. Just
You're not
randomly.
gonna go like buy your groceries because I have extra money to do it.
Not randomly, but somebody you care about.
If it's somebody,
If this was somebody you cared about, not just randomly walking around passing out groceries.
No, we probably won't be dating, but we can definitely kick it. And if there's any way that I can, you know,
If we're
help
friends, then
benefit,
yeah, that's
then
like helping a friend out on that level, yeah. But you like someone like
No, I'm talking about dating. Like somebody
like y'all
you care
just
about.
met and started dating.
No, not just met, but you know, been talking for a while.
If it was a situation where, like, you know, because especially during this recession, stuff happens. You know, you're gonna lose your job and you might be out for a little while or whatever. I would help them kind of navigate their way through a hard time. I'd try to make it a little bit easier as far as, you know, keeping their spirits up and stuff like that. If I have additional money or if there's a way that I can benefit them financially, then I'll definitely go out of my way to do that. Especially if they have kids. You know what I mean?
So would you be with her? Would you get with her?
I don't know. It depends.
Okay, what if this was somebody who was with
If it was somebody else
and she didn't have a job
then we ride or die.
and she never got a job?
Then we're not gonna
Never
ride
died.
It dies.
Yeah.
I'm down to
We
ride.
ride now it dies.
No, I mean, for me, like, to me, there's a difference between a situation that befalls somebody and a person that just has no ambition.
No work ethic.
No, none of that.
Yeah.
Like somebody that's
That's
really just trying to, you know, ride on my dime and, you know, want me to carry them everywhere. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a lot of studs out there. This is no offense to anybody, but you have a lot of studs who think they're hustlers.
And you're not.
Okay. And they think they're hustlers. And you're with females and you're like, I'm on my grind, I'm gonna go get this, I'm gonna go make this paper, I'm gonna go make that money. There's a lot of them out there like that. You know, you hustling, but you have nothing to show for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're on your grind and you have nothing to grind.
Basically, it has to be really cold outside so that they can see your mouth moving and the air coming out. That'd be the only thing that they can see.
So you need to make sure whatever you're doing or whatever you say that you're doing, you bring it home to bacon. You take care of yourself as well as being able to help somebody else. That's what I think. I think that question had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. I can definitely see that because a lot of people say a lot of things, but they don't necessarily back it up. And I find it ironic that, especially aggressive studs that want to carry this whole masculine role and want to be the man, quote unquote, can't really bring anything to the table.
If you've been out there doing whatever you're doing, and you have nothing to show for it,
Nothing to show for it.
nothing,
But some
you
tennis
need to
shoes.
find another occupation.
Seriously.
That's just not for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, like
I'm trying to understand what people don't understand about that. If you have a,
it's not sexy.
it's not sexy. It's not mature. It's not. There's nothing.
You just made it easy for yourself to be removed from the relationship.
There's no stability.
There's no
There's
stability.
no stability in that. Like you can't build a relationship without any type of stability. What do you have to ensure that you're going to be able to do the same thing next year, 2 years from now?
Well, it's easy.
I mean, how you
It's,
gonna,
actually, it's easy to do the same thing. Some people, some studs, aggressive doms, can continue to do that. No offense, but you're staying with somebody all the time. You always living off a female, you living off your mother, you never have your own place, never have your own car,
Right.
whatever. And you post up from female to female to
Right.
female.
Do-si-do.
Okay?
but
And
you
if-
will shop.
but you will shop off her money.
What?
But I'm on my grind. I'm getting a job. I'm getting.
It's
and
twofold.
But a lot of people, but a lot of studs are there. I'm getting ready to. I'm getting ready to get a job. I'm looking for a job.
And it's weird.
I'm gonna get a job. I'm going and these films hear this. These
But I
empty
got those
promises.
new J's. I mean,
They hear these films hear these empty promises for years, and a lot of them are getting tired. They're like,
much
okay,
so.
when you gonna
Very much
when do you stop? When do you let this person stop?
It's
living
twofold.
off you?
It's twofold.
As soon as you stop them, really, right?
Exactly. Like it really is twofold because we got a lot of I'm gonnas, plenty of I'm gonnas, but there's a reason why they're like that because there's nobody that's calling to the square. There's nobody that's holding them accountable. So sometimes I like to say that even though the situation sucks, there's no victims here.
Yeah.
Because if this has been going on continually, then somebody has allowed it to go on continually.
And we're not like bashing anybody.
No,
you
not
know,
at all.
Not trying to be offensive. It is what it is.
Not at all. But everybody's responsible for their own happiness.
Yeah.
And if you got somebody that is sucking you dry, financially, emotionally, mentally, because I'm gonna getting ready to, but they never quite get to it, then that's on you to call them to the square. And if they can't come up to your expectations or meet you halfway, then they don't need to be there.
Especially when you go so far as to try to help them into a situation. Maybe you found like a position for them. Maybe you knew someone that could hook them up with a stable job, and they really don't care to go to it. They don't care to make an effort for it. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not me. That's not me. That's like a telltale sign. You know what I'm saying? Of like, I'm putting this in front of you. I'm trying to better you, trying to help better us, and that person's not willing to take it. Like, there's a problem with that, and it's not okay.
And you can blame them if you want to, but you also have to think about, like I always say, you can always make changes with yourself. At the end of the day, you have control over you. What is it about you that is allowing that to continue? Why are you holding on to this person if they're not benefiting you in any way?
Fear.
Okay, go into that more. Why?
Fear of being lonely. You have a lot of films out there that do not want to be lonely, or they don't want to be alone. So they'll hold on to a stud, even if there's nothing with this stud that's doing anything. They don't have a job, don't have a car, don't have this, don't do this, don't whatever. But because so you can have somebody, you hold on to this stud.
What does it cost?
You don't do it in the name of
Everything.
longevity. Well, we've been together this long. Well, now it's time to stop. Well, she said she's gonna get a job. Well, she don't have one. It's going on 4 years. She's doing the same thing. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
So and I know a lot of films like that. They just hang on to stuff just to say, I have a girlfriend, or I have this, or I have that, or I have a mate, or I have a whatever you have. You hold on to the relationship for a long time.
And you're just not happy.
And you're not really getting anything out of it. That's not the only person out there
There's not.
on Earth. I mean, it is another planet.
You're basically circulating around with the same person who has nothing about them, no ambition, no comeuppance, no nothing about
And
them.
everybody knows it.
And everybody knows it. And
25.
wow. See, and meanwhile, you got somebody that's watching you be this strong woman, that's watching you get your grind and hustle on, that would love to maybe make something happen with you, but you steady with this weak.
And that person, being who they are, is not gonna wait on you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they owe more to themselves than to wait on you. They notice you and they admire your ambition. They admire your go-getter. They love all of that about you. It could probably be very, very beneficial to you in a relationship and a lifelong. But they're not gonna wait on you.